What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. All right, I hope you're all having a great start to your Friday. As I mentioned, sorry I'm a little bit late this morning. Had some things to take care of, was on a phone call this morning, and it was one of those phone calls. You know, the phone calls that sometimes come that get me to stop Morning Scone in a minute. So, good stuff though, man. All good stuff. Let's see. All right. We'll say some good mornings. Saints camp rolling on. Today's the first day open to fans. The Jameis Winston show rolling into town. Excited to see what this offense is going to look like with Jameis at the helm. Obviously, Mike Thomas, that stinks. Interesting to hear Sean Payton, when asked about receivers, completely pivot the question to talk about cornerback still being a must. So they are going to add a corner. I should have put in the headline as well there. NBA draft was last night, so congrats to Cam Thomas, goes to Brooklyn. So he doesn't have to go far. I mean, the draft was at the Barclays Center, and he goes to Brooklyn. I thought for sure, I really thought he was going to be a teens pick. I thought he'd be a late teens pick. So to see him fall to 27 was a little bit of a bummer. Candidly, I thought he would go higher than 27. But sometimes, you go to the right spot, and those things tend to work out. And I think Brooklyn could be an interesting spot, especially there with James Harden, because that's kind of the role I think that Cam is going to play, as a guy that is a shoot and score first type player. So anyway, let's see. Sorry. We'll see how it all goes for Cam. But as for New Orleans, they do take Trey Murphy. Well, Memphis took Trey Murphy for New Orleans. Trey Murphy is a guy that transferred into Virginia for his last season. And if you think about Tony Bennett, his whole thing is defense. And so you had a guy in Trey Murphy, who's, by the way, a 6'9" guard, like a huge guard. When he was a scorer at Rice, and then he transferred into Virginia basically to spend last season in the COVID year to try to learn and improve defensively. So, he's a guy that's going to bring offense, undoubtedly instant offense, but hopefully some of those defensive principles from UVA as well can be sort of a two-way player instead of just a scorer like Cam Thomas was. So maybe a little closer to a finished product, more veteran guard as well there. So. More veteran. Got played 2 years, but I guess more veteran still. But anyway, all right. Let's see what y'all got here, and then Herb Jones from Alabama. So Pell's liking their Bama players, the Kyra Lewis a year ago and Jones this year. So all right, let's see. Say some good mornings here. See what y'all got. Oh, and of course LSU landed a commit from Mason Taylor, the son of Jason Taylor. Mason, right? Did I get that right? This is Mason Taylor, right? Yeah, okay, Mason Taylor. So 3-star tight end out of Florida. Of course, the son of Jason Taylor, the Miami Dolphins legend. So now you've got, excuse me, LSU has Mason Taylor committed for this class now, and Max Johnson's brother, I guess, committed for next year's class. So stockpiling legacies. I kind of like it a little bit. And then Emory Jones, the offensive lineman out of Cali, he'll commit tonight. So making his announcement at 6:30 this evening. Wish he would do it while we're still in the air, but nonetheless. All right, let's say some good mornings. Y'all please smash the like button if you haven't done so yet there on YouTube. Pat Huseman, good morning. Nicholas Cantrell, good morning. Brady Smith, morning, Matt. Is it concerning at all that Will Wade is yet to produce a lottery pick? No, I really don't think so. Because he's still getting the results on the front end, right? I mean, if that were preventing them from recruiting really good players, then we could have that conversation. But the flip side of it is, I mean, Johnny Jones produced a lottery pick in Ben Simmons. How did that work out? I understand the question though, but no, I really don't. If they ever stop getting players at LSU, then you could say, okay, well maybe that's part of the reason. But I mean, the flip side of it is you could say, look at Naz Reid. Went undrafted, made a roster. Look at Skylar Mays last year. It made the team with the Hawks, a playoff team in the NBA. So you've got guys that are, Tremont Waters. So second round guy who's made the Celtics. So yeah. Trivia, good morning. Cliff Nelson, Mark Allen. I smashed the like button. Thank you. As if Brooklyn needed more offense, right? Well, maybe the answer to Harden on the inevitability when that ends, sort of thing. Spurge, good morning. Casa de Scone, how up? Scott McClendon, good morning. Cliff, I know he was married to Zach Thomas's sister for a while. Wonder if that's his mom. That's a good question. I remember that. And you know what's so funny, man? Like there was one of those like real estate reality shows, like $1 Million Listing, but it wasn't $1 Million Listing, it was some other show. And the Taylors were featured on it because whoever was selling their home. Let's see. No, ex-wife Katina, who's the sister of Zach Thomas, have 3 children. That's Mason. So it is actually, yeah. So he's not married to her anymore. But so Jason Taylor was married to Zach Thomas's sister, and Mason is the son that he had with Katina. Yes, but he's remarried now to Monica Taylor. They just got married. Oh God, and they have a baby due in August. Oh wow, transformative time in life for the Taylors. Anyway, Jesse Brown, Matt, just getting on to Cam Thomas get drafted. If not, can he come back to LSU? He first of all, no. In the NBA, if you declare and you pass the deadline, you're gone. And he did. He went 27th overall to Brooklyn. Jeremy Wheeler, Truax, what's up, man? Hey, Megan Hurst, how are you feeling after your shot? I feel great. Actually, no side effects whatsoever. I had no fever, no anything. And I had some people tell me like their arm hurt really bad. My arm doesn't hurt at all. So maybe I just had a good dude giving me the injection or whatever. I don't know, but like I've had literally 0 side effects. So that's encouraging. Kirk Taylor, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Stephen Miller, what's up, man? Kelly Presley, Jeff Stipe, Troy Abear, Kelly Gross, good morning, good morning. Kirk, what was the phone call? Kirk, I'm not going to disclose that, but the point is that I tell you all the time is there are times when I don't guess. Well, there's not I don't guess. I just tell you all what I know without telling you what I know and how I know it. You just got to decide if you trust me or not. Dale Broussard, good morning. Fathead Drew and you too, Matt. Thank you, Dale. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Kirk, you can't just say that and not tell us. Of course I can't, Kirk. I do that all the time. Hadn't stopped you from coming back. Charlie Cavell, good morning. Steven, how long do you think you can drag out the Ontario this afternoon? Let it breathe. Drew loves it, dude. I really don't even care who's annoyed by it because Drew loves it. Like he even goes like, like he'll try to do it. It's fine. John DeRoche, is it time to trade Mike Thomas? No, 100 bajillion% no. Hang on. I'll finish your question, John. Hang on. Boy, Drew's got a rude awakening whenever it's time to get back to school, and I'm waking him up every day well, I'll wake him up 7, I wake him up at 8. Wake him up at 8 when we get out of the house at 8:20. Maybe he'll be all right. Okay, so anyway, John, about Mike Thomas. No. Well, first of all, Mike Thomas has a 5-year, $96 million contract, okay? It's unlikely that you would find a team willing to give up likely multiple first-round picks for the honor of taking on a $100 million contract for a receiver who missed the bulk of last season, missed 7 games last year, and is likely, or is going to miss the first 6 games of this year, first 6 weeks, 5 games. So finding a trade partner is not realistic for what Thomas's value is right now. That's number one. Number two, Mike Thomas is still in his prime. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. He just made a poor decision when he was advised to have this procedure done after the season. As you read some of the reports, it was basically season ends, he stays off of it for about a month or so. He has his physical, and then has physical, stays off it for about 4 months, and then decides ultimately that he's gonna basically just try to rehab it instead of having the surgery done. And as I understand it, showed up for the mandatory mini camp and was on the field. I mean, he was out there cutting, but he was just having a little pain. And so when they imaged it again, and that's when they decided he had to move forward with the surgery. But he's a young guy, thought he could rehab it and he'd heal, and he didn't. I mean, he screwed up. That's Mike Thomas screwed up. There's no doubt about it. But the idea that the idea that Mike Thomas is selfish or lazy or doesn't want to play, it's just wrong. Like, I mean, you talk to anyone around the Saints organization, it's just like he wants to be the best. Like he is, but he's just a young guy who made a bad decision. And it sucks. Like, there's no other way around it. Not like you could tell Sean Payton was pissed and Mickey Loomis was pissed, and they should be. I don't blame them at all. But I also don't. It wasn't. It wasn't done out of any malice. Mike Thomas wasn't trying to avoid playing or anything. David Wallace, good morning. John DeRoche, toxic in the locker room. So John will also tell you that's factually inaccurate. Mike Thomas being toxic in the locker room is factually inaccurate. Brant Roban, morning Scone, hitting up the links today. There you go, Brant, hit him straight, man. Hey, Dawn, good morning. Richie Burt, Matt, I've had the regular Bullet bourbon as an everyday sipper, just sprung for the Bullet 10-year. Haven't cracked it open. Was wondering your opinion on the 10-year. Do you feel there's a difference between the two? Can't say that I've done a side-by-side on them, Richie. I like Bullet. I think Bullet's good juice. So, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what does a 10-year cost. I don't. At some point, I might have had it. I don't have it here. So, I don't know, man. Wish I could give you a better answer. Sorry. John getting an operation right before the season starts. Yeah, John, John, you're really, really, really missing the mark here. Like, that's the thing that I think I really want to convey is Mike Thomas isn't a bad guy. He's not lazy. He's not bad in the locker room. He's not any of those things. Hey, good morning. He's still sleeping. Mama's here today. He got injured. He busted his butt to get back on the field last year, which he did, even though he was still hurt. And after the season, thought he could rehab it and avoid surgery, and he was wrong. That doesn't mean you're toxic in the locker room. Like, that's just factually inaccurate. You're right, we keep coming back for more. Oh, good point. Troy Aber said, so what about Deontay Harrison, Marshall, and Lattimore? Are they toxic in the locker room too? Good point. And those are young guys that actually made stupid life decisions. Henry Gordon Bennett. Morning, Matt. One of the dumbest things in sports is the NBA team draft picks, trade, and bring a kid on stage, give him a jersey of a team he's not going to take. A bunch of picks change it already. I agree. And you know what, Henry? I remember a couple of years ago, it might have even been last year's draft, that after the draft, Adam Silver was like, yeah, that's dumb, we're going to fix it. But they haven't. But I need to go refresh my memory, like if they're going to or when that might happen. But yes, that is very stupid. Like the fact that Memphis made the pick for New Orleans and the player is drafted by Memphis is just, it is stupid. Let's see. Jeff McKiffin, morning from Grand Isle, about to tear the fish up. There you go, man. Enjoy. I don't really fish, but I like to eat fish. Richie Bird, bullet 10-year was only 48 at Winn-Dixie. Regular bullet was about 35. Sometimes it's on sale for cheaper, reasonable prices. That's good, man. Find what you enjoy and roll with it, dog. Where are we? Brad Martin, good morning. Scott McClendon, morning, Matt. I applaud your video from yesterday. Not to get political, your view yesterday represents millions of others who try to decide whether they get the vaccination or not. Yeah, man, for sure. But you know what is annoying? I'll tell you this much. I looked because I wanted to see how many people had watched it yesterday. So yesterday I got my COVID shot, the first vaccine. I got it at the Baton Rouge General Express Care. You all know the General is a sponsor of AFR, so clearly I was going to do it with them. So I went last evening to check to see, if the video was doing well, if people were watching it, and Facebook deleted the video. I'm like, what? Like, I mean, I just, like, censorship on social media is just, like, I'm kind of laughing about it, but it actually really pisses me off. It's like, I don't care who you vote for or what your stance is, but like, we live in a free society and we should all be we should have the freedom to express our opinions, beliefs, and views. And just because those opinions, beliefs, or views may not jive with someone who runs a platform like Facebook or Twitter, I mean, like, y'all know I'm not political, but the fact that Twitter banned Donald Trump, yet O.J. Simpson has a Twitter, and like literal criminals have Twitter, it is mind-boggling. Like, why does that man not have a right to use the platform to express his views? Like, why is my COVID video, which was just showing and sharing my experience getting shot, why is Facebook deleting that? Like, anyway, it's one of the reasons why I am, y'all hear me talk about crypto all the time, or not all the time, but enough. Like, a lot of those crypto or it's not even just crypto, it's blockchain technology. Like, one of the transformative things about blockchain is people are learning about NFTs. That's the thing that's kind of been the introduction for a lot of people into blockchain technology, is you're going to have apps built upon these blockchain networks like Ethereum or Cardano, and the apps that are built upon them are going to be decentralized. No one's going to own them in the same way nobody owns Bitcoin, right? It's an asset that exists and it's decentralized. It's like, there are going to be social media platforms that are the same way, where Mark Zuckerberg isn't going to put in restrictions to take a video down because you can't. Once it's there, it's there. Anyway. Brad Martin, Matt, haven't watched in a while. How's E-Rock's foot? It's doing good. She had an injection in her foot. Candidly, I wish she hadn't done that. I wish, because my fear is, I mean, it's helped. It's helped her walk. But if all you're doing is just sort of numbing the area and walking on it, you're just exacerbating the problem. And when the shot wears off, then you've just made the problem worse. But she's walking now. Merrick Mathern, did Trendon Watford get drafted? He did not. Matt would love to see Juwan Johnson make an impact for the Saints. Yeah, Jesse, I'm going to be curious to see if he plays receiver or tight end. Remember, so Juwan Johnson's the big receiver, was at Penn State, and then went to Oregon for a year, and made the team, played in a couple of games last year, but they were talking about transitioning him to tight end, just to be a bigger pass-catching tight end. Sure that, or I guess like the flex tight end, right? And I'm curious now with Thomas out, does that mean, excuse me, that Johnson sticks at receiver? I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. Hunter Picard, good morning. DC Vlogs, LSU, good morning. Where are we? John DeRoche. Okay, who we got opening day? Saints or Packers? Remember, no Hall of Fame receiver opening day. So, John, even if Michael Thomas was playing opening day, if Aaron Rodgers is on the field for Green Bay, they're going to be favored in the game. I mean, is there a line? Yes, John. So, like, it opened when it looked like Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to play with the Saints -2.5 or -3. This week, with Aaron Rodgers showing up, the line flipped to Packers -3. That was a 6-point swing courtesy of Aaron Rodgers. So, it really, I mean, obviously you'd be better with Mike Thomas, but you have to consider who's on the other sideline. A better question would be, can you win week 2 at Carolina? Week 3 at Green Bay is a pick'em. It's listed as a pick'em. And then you play the Giants and Washington. If you can make it through those first 5 games, 3-2, going into your bye, and you get Mike Thomas back coming off the bye, week 7 when you go to Seattle, that'd be a good spot. Dale Broussard, why are there so few rounds in the NBA draft? Because rosters are small, man. You don't have a 53-man roster like in the NFL. You don't need that many players. And there aren't that many elite players. I mean, really, outside of the lottery, even the back end of the lottery, it's rare that you get guys that are immediate impact guys. Hey, Nolan Daigle, good morning. RL 902. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, call Hudco. Love to come give you a free, no obligation roof inspection. Great opportunity to give us a buzz. Let one of our inspectors come out to the house. You do not need to be home. We do not need to come into your house. Basically, someone will come, jump up on the roof, do the full inspection, give you an inspection report, make a recommendation. And if it's to replace your roof, we'll help you file with your insurance company. HUDCOroofing.com. I want more gold medals now. Holla. All right. We are just about done, y'all. Again, sorry we got a little late start today. Locked on LSU today, AFR at 3. And by the way, one more thing. I got an ask for you all. On YouTube, smash that like button. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. If you've not done so yet, if you would please subscribe to the AFR LSU channel, that would be much, much, much appreciated. Need to get that thing over 1,000. We're at 543. We're at 543, so need to get the thing over 1,000. So do us a solid. Please subscribe. We'd appreciate it greatly. And all right. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you. Peace.